2K Sports pregame show.
I'm Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. This NBA season rocking right along, and we're loving every minute of it. And on tap tonight, it's the New Orleans Pelicans.
It's the Celtics from Boston who find themselves on the road here today for an interconference battle. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. For the Pelicans, happy to be here in New Orleans right now in the midst of a homestand. Facing off here against a very talented ball club, guys. This is a tremendous chance for them to put all their skill and talent on display.
And I think for New Orleans, they've had their chances to kind of separate themselves from the pack this season, but so far, they haven't been able to capitalize on those opportunities.
Hey, they're amongst a big group fighting for the bottom few playoff seeds, and that's going to continue all the way through the end of the season. I think they'll get in, but it won't be easy.
So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. Brown out there with T, and it's Hayward. Then there's Horford, and it's Smart in at the 1 spot. Rondo dishes to Jones. Good. Boston took a lot of steps forward last season with their coach, Brad Stevens. Still, though, their defense was near the middle of the road. That will need some tweaking.
Yeah, and you could say that seemed to be the limiting factor, Kevin, in how far they eventually went. Strange, given how several years ago they were an offensive juggernaut.
Now Rondo, after Marcus Smart missing on that last three-pointer. Davis kicks to Holiday. He's looking for Cousins and finds him. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Cousins has got his first basket of the night. Last game for the Celtics, it was a loss to the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah, they just caught a team, Kevin, that was in a zone, and they didn't have the manpower defensively to disrupt them.
Hey, zone or no zone, I expected a little more fight out of them than what they showed. I mean, they never strung together any stops like they needed to.
Kept alive.
Boy, he shows a lot of desire when he's fighting for that tough board, and his length doesn't hurt either.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
That's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
Now here's Rondo. 9 points last game. And stolen by Horford. And here comes Horford leading the fast break. Here's Smart. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
Rondo kicks to Cousins, and down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
And Hayward with the stuff.
Boy, he is such a ridiculous dunker.
High riser, no doubt about it.
Goodness, I mean, you come to expect plays like that from him, and folks, that never gets old.
Here's Holiday. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Horford goes in. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
What a season for Al Horford last year. Such a great display from him and his team as he led the Hawks to the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference.
And for all the team accomplishments the Hawks had, Horford was able to hit some of his own milestones as well. Had his first career triple-double last season.
Rondo with it, picked up by Brown. It's tipped and stolen by Hayward. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Now here's Smart. Not a lot of room. He feeds it to Horford. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
Horford was really a cog in all aspects of the Hawks last season. I mean, a major cog. Just a consistent presence inside with his 15 points and 7 boards a game.
Off the left rim and out. The Celtics have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Brown outside. Nailed from three-point land.
And for Horford last year, the numbers were down a bit, but that wasn't due to his play. I think the Hawks were just a more balanced team, and he could obviously put up bigger numbers if he wanted to, but by playing within the system, I think it allowed Atlanta to reach his true potential over the course of the regular season.
Now here's Hayward. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Spurs in San Antonio. Pass to T. 6 to shoot. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Last year, the Pelicans, Greg, pushed their way into the postseason. It was a neck-and-neck battle for that number 8 spot, as you recall, with the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And how about the excitement down the stretch? They were able to edge out the Thunder and Russell Westbrook on that just point binge down the stretch there. And what a final day that was. A big, huge win over the Spurs. Let them get into the postseason for the first time under the Pelican moniker.
Here's the Celtics with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run. And Thomas has it in the corner. Boston, no good that time either.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Davis with a screen on Hayward. And it's more penetrating. Here's Davis. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Here's Moore. Inside. To the right side. Pondexter kicks to Ashik. Screen by Ashik. Off the screen. New Orleans moving the ball around. Pondexter no good.
I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
Can't hit. Excellent D there from Hill.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Pelicans dance team.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Boston.
Really some great drives to the basket here early on for these guys.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
And now brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for the Celtics, we've got Aaron Baines, Isaiah Thomas out there with Rozier. Then it's Jay Crowder. And it's the kid in at the 3.
Yeah, no doubt about that one with the over-the-back call.
Yeah, it looked like he wanted to take him for a ride right there. Easy call.
Some changes for New Orleans. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Ashik. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Quincy Pondexter. Celtics also with a sub. Morris is checked in. Rondo passes to Hill. Rondo dishes to Ajinça.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Drew Holiday is checked in for the Pelicans.
Drew Holiday.
Outside Rondo. Passes it to Cousins. Just 5 on the clock. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. On deep. Holiday gets the bucket. Holiday's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for New Orleans. The Celtics with the lead. And guys, for Drew Holiday last season was a tale of two halves. Over the first half, he displayed the leadership and the playmaking skills the team had originally acquired him for.
You know what, Kevin? Over the second half of the year, everything just kind of fell apart for Drew. He couldn't shake an injury to his lower right leg, and as a result, had to watch from the bench as his team fought for its playoff lives.
The Pelicans making a switch here. Jones is checked in. Rondo against Thomas, and there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Oh, an illegal screen there. One of the toughest calls for an official to make.
And it is one of the toughest calls, but most of the time they do a good job with it, and you have to appreciate how officials get that one right more times than not.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Brown is checked in for Rozier, and Smart subbed in for Thomas. 6 to shoot. Here's Morris. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
And when you talk about Holiday, the Pelicans really needed his contribution last season. He can score and distribute the basketball equally as well. An excellent all-around defender. Exactly what you want in a point guard, except that he just couldn't stay healthy.
And Baines kicks to Smart. On the wing, Brown. Here's the screen. Outer dishes to Brown. Right through the D for the layup. Brown's got the lead up to 4 now for the Celtics.
And for Holiday, I love his effort. He works extremely hard. His injuries, no fault of his own, just a run of misfortune. Let's hope this talented young man can turn it around and keep it turned around from a health standpoint.
And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. Last season, the Celtics had a solid 19-22 road record, Clark. Not the 500 mark most teams want, but a very good effort from a young team, and no one really expected that.
Yeah, and you think about this team that's still growing and has a lot of youth. I mean, that kind of road record, very impressive. Their fans should be feeling pretty good about what the future holds with this group.
T's checked in for clutch.
Pelicans dance team. Let 'em hear it.
Rondo against Thomas. Out to the right wing. Clock at 4. And they double up Cousins from downtown. And Holiday with the basket on the assist by Cousins. 6 points for Drew Holiday.
And thinking back on the Celtics, on the road, their away record doesn't tell the whole story. They won their last 7 road games in that tremendous playoff push.
Here's Rozier, guarded by Holiday. And there are the Celtics with another basket.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Another away-from-home note for the Celtics. They were 7-1 in road games against the rest of their division. Their role play was the driving factor as to why they made the playoffs.
There's the dish to Ajinça. They set the pick. A floater, and it's sent back by Horford. Down low, here's Thomas. Rondo with the rebound. Pelicans trail by 3. Down it goes, his third basket. He's now 3 for 4.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
The kid passes to Horford. Outside for Thomas. Oh, trying for it. Stolen by Holiday. A leaner, and it's sent back by Horford. And a fast break now for the Celtics.
Nice silky finish on the alley-oop.
That sequence, I don't think Clark could have been executed any better.
Stupendous feed.
And that's the beauty of the game right there. I hope we get the opportunity. To see a few more of those. And with the way the Warriors went on a rampage last year, you knew that Alvin Gentry would be in demand. Was the architect behind the Warriors offense, is one of the best offensive minds in our league.
So for the Pelicans, Omer Asik, he's checked in for Alexis Ajinça. Anthony Davis comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Pondexter in for Rajon Rondo. 5 to shoot. Pondexter kicks to Jones. Davis dishes to Pondexter. Here's Jones. Can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Morris. And with Gentry, his offensive prowess can't be understated, Greg. His peers joke and say he can draw up an open look for a corpse. I don't know about that, Clark, but we know he's talented. He's got a great offensive mind.
And you know that's right. And with this Pelicans team, he has plenty of firepower to work with, too.
Oh, he does. You're right.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those. Great hustle to turn the block shot into a fast break hoop. That's a big-time play.
41 seconds left in the second quarter. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket. And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
Here's Clutch. Pelicans with the rebound. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
And nothing to be ashamed about in that game. It was a great effort, I thought, all around. They just needed to have 1 or 2 breaks go their way.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you know, both teams I thought played well enough to win the ball game, and yet it doesn't work out that way. There are no ties, so unfortunately they were the ones who came up short. Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Holiday with the 3. No good on the buzzer beater. And a pretty tough.
Yes, guys, I'm here with Anthony.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny, the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be looking back at the game's first half. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. The largest lead for them during the period was 4. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
Well, they called the right plays, and then they executed them. Great job in the first half. That's why they were so efficient, and they shot so accurately. The defense threw a number of different looks at them, but they were always prepared because they were.
And now, folks, it's just about time for the third quarter to begin.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. Nice game. Great performance by Marcus Morris.
Yeah, created a lot of quality shots for himself in that first half, and he knew when to pass it up when the double team came.
And that led to a very high points per shot number for him. For those of you that are into analytics, that stat really tells how efficient a player has been, and he's been very efficient so far.
Davis is out there with Jones. Then it's Rajon Rondo. Then it's Holiday. And it's Cousins in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Holiday attacking. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And we all know Drew Holiday is a tremendous talent. That's why he was traded for the draft picks that became Nerlens Noel 2 years ago and Elfrid Payton last season. Such impressive company that Holiday may be feeling the pressure to live up to it.
Getting back to Holiday, we've seen the size, the court awareness, the change of pace moves he brings. Clark with a little more assertiveness and continued improvement on his jump shot. He'd be hard for anyone to keep up with.
Boy, I really like this young man's game. He's got tremendous natural ability and a great work ethic. I think he'll very well be one of the best guards in the league. Only 25 years old right now. Plenty of time to reach that potential.
For Boston, they have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Guys, that says a lot about the poise of this team. I mean, they've been so calm, cool, and consistent at the stripe this year. I mean, that's impressive.
Isaiah Thomas, he's checked in for the Celtics. Here's Brown, and the rejection by Cousins. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got 4 assists now tonight. Thomas passes to Brown. Back to Thomas. Boston, no good that time either. Pelicans trail by 4. Rondo on top, guarded by Horford. Horford against Rondo, down low. Here's Cousins. Thomas with the steal. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. And Hayward gets it to go. Hayward's got the lead up to 6 now for the Celtics.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. I mean, they've got to pad their lead anytime an opportunity presents itself, and that was a golden one. And guys, as much as Isaiah Thomas can help you on offense, at times he can hurt you on the defensive side. Immediately posted up by whomever he's guarding, you have to give help. And, of course, that leaves your defense vulnerable, particularly on the weak side and controlling that defensive backboard.
Hill, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Ejuan Moore comes in for Drew Holiday. And then for Boston, Aaron Baines, he's checked in for T. Marcus Morris comes in for Gordon Hayward. And it's Rozier in for Isaiah Thomas.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded-out physical game.
That's the kind of look they can continue to go with. Maybe that'll help them create some separation on the scoreboard.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
I was able to listen in on what Alvin Gentry had to say to the team. He was intent on running the offense through DeMarcus Cousins. Coach asked him directly to take the reins of their offense. He wants him to have a huge impact at that end of the floor for the rest of this game. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris. And stolen by Cousins. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Hill dishes to Davis. Screen by Cousins. It's tipped. To the inside. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Hill. Outside Rondo. There's a good screen. To the middle. Here's Davis. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one on Horford.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Asik comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Pondexter in for Rajon Rondo. Here's Horford. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That one on Davis. is really one of the nicer buildings in the NBA right downtown. Clark, this home of the Pelicans across from the Superdome.
Kevin, you're always worried about how close we are to Bourbon Street when we come here, man. But yeah, this was a fortress for the Pelicans last season as they won some big games here for sure.
Back to Moore. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
And you talk about the big wins here for the Pelicans last year. How about they beat the Warriors late in the year, which was huge to get into the postseason, as well as the Spurs on that final day to fight their way into that A spot.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. T's checked in for Horford. A-Train comes in for Brown. And Thomas subbed in for Rozier.
And, you know, the Pelicans ended 28-13 here last season. A 6-win improvement for them from the season before. They can be a scary team when this place is jumping.
Thomas against Moore. Davis with a screen on Thomas. And it's Moore penetrating. The shot is off.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
T. Boston again missing. The Pelicans trail. Now Pondexter looking for it. First basket still in this one. Davis sets a screen. And Moore kicks to Pondexter. Hill has the open look. Here's Hasek, and it's all evened up.
And the road back into this game wasn't a short one, but they managed to make it all the way back and tie this thing up.
And, Greg, I've got to admit to you, I mean, I did not think they were going to get all the way back. I thought they were done. But they've shown some serious resilience and character to battle this far back.
Here's Morris. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
That's exactly why you don't leave your feet until the shooter elevates. He went for that pump fake, hook, line, and sinker.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Jones checked in for Solomon Hill. And it's Drew Holiday in for Quincy Pondexter. And then for Boston, Al Horford's checked in for Aaron Baines. Hayward comes in for A-Train. And Smart subbed in for Thomas. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Horford. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Hayward's got 3 assists now in this one.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
And here is Moore. Screen by Hasek. Davis drives in. That's good.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he.
That's the end of the quarter.
All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. The Celtics with the lead, and a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. Rozier's out there with Brown. Then it's Aaron Baines. Then it's the kid, and it's Morris in at the 4 slot. Here's Rozier. He clangs that one off the back iron. And down it falls. Rozier's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for Boston. Here's Rondo. Again, the Pelicans score.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending him.
Here's Baines. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
And last season, the Pelicans made it into the playoffs. I mean, could have had an easier road to get there if they were stronger against the Eastern Conference.
Hill, he's checked in for Omer Ashe. The Celtics also changing it up. Crowder, he's checked in for Morris. And Thomas subbed in for Rozier. Holiday, the pass to Cousins. And that one is hammered home.
And really, after trailing the entire game, they've got to be feeling good about evening things up.
I certainly would be feeling good. Fourth quarter, momentum with them, ahead of steam. They've got to be feeling confident now.
Thomas. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. And the Celtics lead by 2. And the Pelicans were solid against the East, Clark, 16-14. But as Greg was just saying, a lot of games left on the table for him.
Well, they have the lowest win total against the East of any Western playoff team. Really, the Pelicans were lucky to get in, given how many games they gave away against the East.
Shot by Crowder, no good.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
The Pelicans have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Rondo, good.
I love the offensive execution on that possession.
Rajon Rondo, guys, really needs to operate in a system that's point guard centric. He needs the ball to be effective. Pushing it, driving, dishing. When he has to play off the ball, that's when trouble starts.
Now a timeout called by Boston. And during this timeout, I'm sure they'll be hydrating themselves with Gatorade. All the effort out there on the floor, and these timeouts can be such a huge factor in getting a short rest and recharging the battery. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Thank you, Kevin. Brad Stevens had some words for his team over the break. He told them it's time to fight and take the lead. Let's put ourselves in position to bring it home. Guys, we'll see if they've got what it takes to get it done.
Thanks, Doris. And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. And for Rondo, he's almost a throwback at the point, fearlessly taking it to the hole, getting knocked down, and getting right back up to fight another round. The thing maybe against him right now is what kind of guy, influence, what is he like on a team? How does he affect him?
That's a great point. And also nowadays in the NBA, there's more of a premium on shooting and spacing. So it's going to be up to Rondo to adjust to that new style. That's going to be the question. Can he make that transition?
Well said. Crowder, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Here's Cousins. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Smart dishes to Hayward. Horford against Hill. And Jones sends it back. Out to Hayward. Just 2 to shoot. Good work defensively by Jones. New Orleans in the lead. This is to Rondo. All alone. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Rondo's got 6 points in the quarter. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Pelicans.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
And guys, I think you've got to give them credit for the number of steals they've taken away. I mean, a lot of effort on the defense from them tonight.
He dishes it to Holiday. 14 feet away. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Rondo's got 6 assists here tonight.
And the D is having problems stopping the mid-range jumper. They're not really closing out on them as much as they should be.
6 of their last 10 points have come by way of the 2-pointer.
to the middle. Al Horford with the rebound. Horford's got 4 rebounds in this game.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
That one's good. The New Orleans lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Smart.
You can tell he's in a lot of pain. They'll take a timeout so that trainer can help him out.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They're leading by 3. We've got 1:48 left to play in the final quarter. Anthony Davis is checked in for the Pelicans. Boston also with the sub. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for clutch. And there's the foul on Jay Crowder. That is his first foul of the game. Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. They're ahead by 3. There's 1:47 left in the fourth quarter. And the Celtics making a change here. Morris is checked in. There's 1:47 left to play here in the fourth. Screen by Cousins. Davis kicks to Cousins, and it's sent back by Horford. Hayward goes in. The pass to Horford. They get a hand on it. Jones, the pass to Rondo. 1:16 left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Davis. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Well, how about Anthony Davis in this one? He has 11 points, and he has 1 steal to his credit as well.
And Clark, he's just done a great job defensively. That 1 steal doesn't tell the whole story.
And that makes it a 2-possession game now. Those could turn out to be vital free throws.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They're behind by 5. We've got 1:13 left in the fourth quarter. Boston making some changes. T comes in for Aaron Baines, and it's Brown in for Marcus Morris. Hayward dishes to Smart. Back to Hayward. From 18 feet away, it falls! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
We're seeing him bring that shooting percentage up now, guys. The first half was a struggle for him.
Rondo kicks to Davis, and that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession.
You know what? A low percentage pass on that one, but sometimes it's worth the risk.
Well, that time the risk did not pay off because it was well defended.
To the right side. Outside Rondo. Here's Jones. Good.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
There's 42 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Now here's Smart. He's covered by Rondo. Smart misses.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game.
Perfectly done at the stripe there. That brings their lead up to an even more comfortable level.
Hayward against Holiday. Smart passes to Brown. He's looking for Horford and finds him. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. He drops the first one, and that turns the lead to 6.
Shooting for New Orleans, Al Horford. 2 shots.
So Horford gets 2. And so it's New Orleans with it. And they go to the intentional foul. Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game. 11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. To the wing on the left. To the left side wing. It's good from beyond the arc. And there's the call on Gordon Hayward. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. The Pelicans making a switch here. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And that's exactly how you close a game out. Those free throws will bury them for sure.
So we see the Pelicans get the win here. It was.
Congratulations, Anthony. You're so...
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's Rajon Rondo. He put up a new season high tonight, and if he keeps shooting like he did tonight, and folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
The NBA season is in high gear, and we are so glad to have you here with us on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. My companions are Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics going up against the Chicago Bulls. Wins have been hard to come by lately for this Bulls group. This is a team they played pretty well against last season, going 3-1. They'll look to keep that edge tonight. And as we take a few moments here, Shaq, the term basketball IQ is constantly thrown around these days. What exactly is meant by that? Because I don't have it.
Ernie, I have no
IQ.
idea. You know, you could be smarter than me if you
Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. So for the Celtics, their last game, a loss to the Pelicans at New Orleans Arena.
And hard to say whether it was the game plan defensively that let them down or just the inability to really bring the fire on that side of the ball.
And guys, it was a bit befuddling to me as to why they stuck with it. I mean, they dug themselves a hole and couldn't find the tweaks they needed to get out of it.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Dunn is out there with Levine. Then it's Green. Then there's Shabazz Muhammad. And it's Mirotic in at the power forward position. Levine, good.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Hey, for Zach LaVine, the dunk contest last season was his coming out party to the world. He put on a show that everybody in the NBA was buzzing about.
So it's Chicago now. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
And nothing went well offensively on this night for them. They were just completely disjointed.
Yeah, you could call it the 3 Ds, disjointed, disorganized, discombobulated, or whatever else you wanted to use to describe that would be appropriate.
Here's Hayward to the paint. Hayward on the wing, fires from the corner, can't get it to go. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Here's Levine. No good on the 3. Levine's gone 1 of 3 on the night. It's stolen by Green. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Dunn passes to Green. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Could be the first of a lot of mid-range jumpers that we see from him.
Hayward with the ball. Now guarded by Mirotic. Back to Hayward. Now Smart. He's coming off a 10-point game against New Orleans. Clock at 6. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That one on Muhammad. Marcus Smart was drafted to the Celtics as their future point guard. He came in with a lot of work to do and a skill set that people really like. But his first season, Clark, was a roller coaster.
Yeah, it really was. He was an off guard in high school and in his first year of college as well. Really only played full-time at the point the year before he was drafted.
Here's Dunn. Mirotic the screen. Out left to the wing. Levine, good. Levine's got his second bucket.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Here's Smart. Boston, no good that time either.
And for Smart, though, he still has a lot of work to do on his ball handling and passing. His shooting, I think, exceeded some people's expectations. 37% from the field last year was subpar, but his 34% accuracy from 3 was solid. He finally started going straight up on his jumper instead of leaning in, and his release looked money.
Here's Dunn. Mirotic up top. Had the space there, but it's offline.
I'll tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it. You know, you talk about Smart's lackluster field goal percentage. Once he gets more comfortable with his ball handling and adjust to the length in the NBA, I think he'll convert more at the basket. That'll also create more drive and dish chances for him as well. He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
And here in the first quarter with a little over 3.5 minutes played. And here's Brown outside. Green with the rebound.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
Now here's Smart following the miss by Nikola Mirotic. Here's Brown off target with the free throw line J.
And that was a difficult shot from mid-range simply because the defense was engaged.
Yeah, and I think the quickness of the closeout really threw him off.
And the whistle blows on.